Hi, buddy. So, just giving you an update on the property that we just purchased last month in the auction. So today we're picking up the keys. Completed yesterday, but was busy on other things. So this is what we've just purchased. It's a three-bedroom house that we're going to be working on over the next few weeks or so. So as you can see, we're going to go through and take a look at what the works that are needed. But straight away, you can see we need new windows. You know, these are very old wooden windows that we need to replace by UPVC double glazing, and so that's kind of the initial. Now, bear in mind, I've never seen this property before, so I've seen it in the auctions. I saw a quick kind of few pictures on it. So today's the first time I'm going to be walking through this actual door right now. So let's see what we bought. I do know this is a probate, so the person had passed away and it kind of been empty for quite a while. So I'm just going to shut this here. So okay, so first thoughts. Lots of I knew that from the pictures. Lots of stuff to get rid of, but condition-wise, isn't so bad. This is obviously the living room, and let's take a look at. So this is typically what we will be buying below market value, and I know there's a lot of talks about with high inflation rate, high interest rate at the moment. Is this still a good business to be in? Now, as long as you're buying the right thing at the right price, it's always a good time to buy. And so now we get into the back of the house, no electricity. So again, condition wise, actually, I was feeling a lot worse. I know there's a couple of rooms that I really need to do a lot of work. Wow, look at this thing. It's just, what is this? Oh wow, the Holy Bible. Wow, this is a very old copy of. Okay, so kitchen is over here. Kitchen needs a big old hall. For sure, this is where we'll spend a bit of time, money, and effort doing. Also, what I'm looking at right now is what other major thing that I have to get to. So costly stuff are like boilers, rewiring, plumbing. No, if there's no central heating, we'll need to put. I think there's some central heating in this place. Sorry, I've got some cobwebs here. Okay, toilet. Yeah, definitely new toilet, bathroom. This is where the boiler currently is right now, which is when you see where it is over the actual bath, it's crazy. We're gonna have to change that location of where the boiler should be, maybe put it in the kitchen somewhere, and then probably resize the actual bathroom. But again, we're not going to do too much of a structural change here because the price that I've paid for it is I think it was 188 with some stamp duty and auction. Actually, this was not a general auction; it was an online auction. So the cost of it plus the seller's cost was around £8,000. So all in, I think around 203,000. And the kind of the exit value, and I think that's important to understand what you're going to end up with, and then you can curtail your spending based on that. So I reckon this is three-bed house in this area will probably then go for about 300,000. By the time I refinance it at 75%, I'll probably get out £225,000. So paid 205. Really, I'm my max because I've got in-house teams. I'm really going to be spending around 20,000 and no more than that. So if I can get that 205 plus 20,000, basically I'll take out all of my capital out of this deal, refinance, rent, and move on to the next one. So just going to take a look upstairs and see what else. Watch yourself. What else is needing to be done? I'm not sure what this is. This is this is actually the outside that's covered. Lots of cobwebs here. Okay. The first thing we really need to get to is get all that rubbish cleared out and get one of our guys to come out and actually get this done. Clear the garden. The garden seems okay. It just needs a good mowing down. And if you flip around the camera again, once you come to have a look at properties, these are the things that you should look at. Here I'm picking up with windows. We need definitely those windows to be replaced. Upstairs there, looking at look at the roof tile, see if there's any kind of major cracks in the actual house itself. This seems to be okay. This bit at the bottom here is the extension that would have been done back in the I don't know, so 60s, 70s when toilets were brought inside the house. So that structure is still fairly okay. And you can see here the difference in bricks. So here's the old brick and where the old house used to end back in the 1900s, 1920s. And then this is the new brick where they used to add the bathroom and the toilet inside the house. Otherwise, as you all remember, people used to shit in buckets outside. So there we go. So this we're going to take down completely, bring some light back to this house, because as you can see here, it's covered, but the problem is there's no natural light. It's blocking the natural light. So we'll dismantle all this, get rid of it, and make it a nice clean exterior. Okay, so let's go upstairs. So we should have upstairs. We should have 3 bedrooms. The third bedroom coming off the second. Right. And I know one of the bedrooms is in dire condition. So okay, so we'll start with this one. To be fair, I don't think there's much difference between the two. Oh wow, so much cobweb here. Bedroom number 1. Quite frankly, it's very old. You can see that it's not been looked after for a long time. So decent size though. One thing to say, I think we'll have to have a look at the electrics to make sure that these electrics are okay. The good news is they've been moved away from. That's the other thing to look at when you're looking at electrics. Is actually, if you flip the camera over, it would have been back in the days. They would have had electrics in the actual skirting board, as you can see here, and now they've had to move it above because of fire risk. So that's a good thing that actually it's not as old and a bit more compliant than I thought. This is the second bedroom, presumably where people used to live, and you can see here the other thing I'm looking at is there's no central heating. So some of the costs that will be involved with this property will be electrics, so part wiring probably, complete new fuse box for the EICR certificate, brand new boiler, brand new radiator system, and then we're going to start looking at plastering and everything else. The third bedroom down here, if you follow me here, you can see this is a kind of third or second, as we call it, and really single bedroom. We tend to give this as an office sometimes for people, but you can see there's some, obviously the blown plaster here. Okay, so all in all, actually, what looks, oh, this definitely needs a bit of rewiring here. If you look at this, this is very old system. So thinking about it now, it's definitely rewiring will be needed all across this house. Boiler system, new windows, new bathroom, new kitchen, plastering, and then we'll start renovating, painting, decorating, new flooring, and then we'll finish. So I'll reckon we'll be in and out of this within 6 weeks. Ballpark figure I'm going to quote here. In my head, I'm thinking about 6-7 grand for the UPVC windows, about 4 grand of rewirings, about 10 plumbing, radiator, probably around 4. So that's 14. Kitchen, bathroom, and decorating and finishing. So we're probably looking at about 25 grand, give or take. Maybe, yeah, probably around that. I mean, I don't think it'll go any much further than that. But if I was to give that to somebody else to run this project for me, I can imagine a 40 grand spent here. So this is how I keep my costs down, by project managing, having my own teams, bringing people in my own team at different points of the project. And that's how we can keep our costs down. So I'll keep you up to date on this project as we go forward. But for now, I'll leave it here because we're going to start planning the works now. Thank you.